Hey everyone, my name is Jamie and I'm currently a second-year resident in emergency medicine. It's almost fall and a lot of us are going back to school. So today I want to talk about all the different apps that we can use to be productive and perform well in school. So today we're going to be focusing on apps for iPhones, and in future videos I'll cover the apps for different platforms. So the first set of apps I'm going to talk about is all about keeping track of your schedule and your task management. So if you already have a paper planner system that works for you, then that's great. But if you're looking to move everything to digital, there are two sets of apps that I recommend. Number one is for the calendar, and number two is for a to-do list. So if you're currently using the native calendar app on your phone, I actually recommend switching over to Google Calendar and syncing it that way instead of with iCloud. That way in the future, if you want to change over your operating system from iOS to Android or vice versa, all your calendar information will be in Google Calendar and you don't have to change everything over. It'll stay where it is. For the to-do list app, you can't go wrong with TickTick or Todoist. The one that I personally use is Todoist, and the cool thing about these apps is that you can actually share the to-do list with another person. So this actually comes in really handy if you're working on a group project or if you have a roommate and you want to share your grocery list. Another way that I use the to-do list app is to make lists for if I'm packing for traveling and things like that. With a lot of these apps, they have really similar functions, so it really comes down to personal preference. So I recommend trying out different ones for a few days at a time and picking your favorite. So with all the apps that I'm mentioning in this video and other ones coming up, I am planning on doing a more in-depth app walkthrough video. So in those videos, I'll be pointing out more features and different functionalities of those apps, so be on the lookout for those videos and make sure to subscribe. So the next set of apps I'm going to talk about is all about note-taking. And before I start, I want to point out a couple native functions on the iPhone that you can use to kind of enhance your note-taking experience. The first one is scanning your documents directly from your phone to your computer. This way you don't have to download any kind of scanner app or anything else, or even use a real scanner, which no one does anymore. And you can conveniently take a picture and have that be the scanned document that you can access from your computer. So let me show you guys an example. So you right click on your desktop like this, and then you go to import from iPhone and you click scan documents. And then automatically your phone will come to life, and then you scan the document like so, and then you click on save. And automatically your scanned document will show up on your desktop. And then you can open it, make sure it looks okay. That looks pretty good. And you can also do multiple pages. Another example is having quick access to your Apple Notes and voice memos from the control center. This way, if your professor starts talking about something really important, you can jot it down really quickly, or you can record it for later use. So with that said, I want to talk about the different note-taking apps. There are a lot of really great note-taking apps out there, but the ones that I want to highlight are OneNote, Evernote, Notability, and Google Docs. But for the most part, you're not going to be writing your entire note on your phone. It's possible, but it's inconvenient. So the main features that you need to be concerned about when you're looking at notes apps on your phone is the accessibility, the readability, and the ability to make quick edits if you need to. All these apps have really cool features that I'm going to be going over one by one in each individual episode, so keep an eye out for those videos. The next set of apps is for email. I think during various points in my life, it was really important for me to have a really close eye on all the emails that came in. And I would say those were for med school interviews, job search, and residency interviews. A lot of these interviews were first come, first serve, so I really had to be on top of my email, so as soon as they came in, I could respond right away. So for that purpose, I don't actually recommend the native email app because these don't have push notification. So for my personal and business email, I use Gmail, and for my hospital email, I use Outlook. So both of those have push notifications so that I can respond as soon as they come in. So the next app is about reading. For this category, I want to talk about Blinkist. And they have kindly sponsored this video, so thank you Blinkist for sponsoring today's video. So when it comes to reading, I get a lot of recommendations, but there's just not enough time to read all the books that are recommended to me. So Blinkist is an app that takes all the information and insight from thousands of nonfiction books and condenses them down to 15 minutes so you can read them or listen to them during your commute to work or school. So I like to use Blinkist when I'm on my way to work during my commute or after a long day at the hospital when I feel like I can't quite concentrate on a full book. but I still want to learn from all these great books that are out there. So some of my favorites from Blinkist that I recommend are Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell and Grid by Angela Duckworth. So I'll drop a link in the description box below so the first 100 people can get unlimited access to Blinkist for 7 days. And you can cancel anytime during that period. And if you do decide to go ahead with the full membership, you can also get 25% off. So the next set of apps I'm going to talk about is for memorization. And for memorization, there's Anki and Quizlet. And many of you guys know I'm a huge fan of Anki. I use it all throughout med school. And the iPad or the iPhone app is not free. It's $25. But because I use it so much on the computer, I actually felt like the cost was worth it. I use it a lot on my iPad, and it was great because it blocked out everything. It took up the whole screen, so you could really focus and not be distracted by other things that might be going on your computer. Anki is kind of an old school looking app. It's aesthetics kind of stuck in 2008, but it's really powerful, and there's a little bit of a learning curve to making the cards and creating decks for yourself. But like I said, it's very powerful and you can do a lot with it. Quizlet is a lot simpler, so if you have kind of just simple memorization needs, it's definitely something that you can go for. But if you want to unlock more features, there's a monthly fee for that. So the final set of apps is for staying motivated and staying on top of your healthy habits. So the first app I'm going to talk about is called Forest, which is a Pomodoro timer style app, but it's also designed to help you not be distracted by all the other stuff that's going on in your phone. So the premise is basically that you plant a tree and you start your Pomodoro timer to study, and every time you leave the app to go to Instagram or other social media apps, your tree dies. So basically, it's supposed to prevent you from leaving the app to be distracted by other apps on your phone. And at the same time, you can utilize the Pomodoro style of studying so that you can be more productive. Alternatively, if you feel like you need a study buddy to study together when you're doing long sessions of studying, you can follow me on Strive Study so that we can use Pomodoro's technique to study together and get a lot of things done. The next app is called Habitica, which is a habit tracker app. It sort of gamifies your habits so that every time you log healthy habits like drinking water or going to the gym or going to the library, you can get points and you can level up in the game. The next app is a workout tracker called Strong. I've talked about it in previous videos. Basically, it's a workout tracker where you can keep track of the weights that you're lifting and also the workouts that you're doing so you can see your progress day by day as you go to the gym. So that's all the apps that I recommend for school. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And once again, I'm going to be doing a detailed overview of some of these apps so that you guys can really get a good look at how these apps work and different functions that it has. Thanks again for watching. And if you guys aren't following me on Instagram or Twitter, you can do so at the Strive to Fit. And if you want to support the channel, please go to thestrivetofit.com for some merchandise. And please check out some of my other videos over this way. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.